Dan RadioStyle, hope everybody out there's having themselves a great day. Healing using the subconscious mind. Joseph Murphy does a really good example, and it's something he did personally. Walks through how he did it. A great set of kind of words and phraseology to put in place. But ultimately, what he's really showing us is how each and every one of us has the ability to connect to infinite intelligence, our higher self, God, source, creator, whatever you want to refer to it as. There's kind of a lot of gradients between it, I think, frankly, but it's all kind of the same thing, right? We're all one, we're all source. So, how that all works together. But this is a great way to learn how to use that component within our lives. When you set your subconscious up to succeed, when you set your subconscious to help you out, when you do it with just some simple phraseologies that you repeat a few times a day, often as needed. It's kind of like taking a vitamin, right? Or a pill. Take it as often as you need to, one, feel better, because you feel better right after you do it. You will actually feel different when you use these techniques, for lack of a better way to put it. And so again, it's a great example of how Joseph Murphy was able to remove a malignancy, a skin cancer essentially, from his body. A personal healing will ever be the most convincing evidence of the healing power of the subconscious mind. Over 40 years ago, I resolved a malignancy of the skin through prayer. Medical therapy had failed to check the growth, and it was getting progressively worse. A clergyman with a deep psychological knowledge, which, by the way, when Goddard and all these people, when they say a deep psychological knowledge, that's kind of part of where I get some of this deeper esoteric stuff they're talking about. That's what they're referencing. A deep psychological knowledge at this time, back in this day, back in the 50s or whenever this was written. Their ideas, everyone was very, very religious, right? So these guys were kind of coming at religion from a very different angle. And what seems very casual today for a lot of us, we're like, it's not totally verbatim the way it is. It's kind of got some symbology in there. That was a challenge to get people to believe in. There's still many groups that have a hard time with this. So he is keying in on that. They both do it frequently. So a deep psychological knowledge explained to me that the inner meaning of the 139th Psalm, wherein it says, "In thy book all my members were written, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them." He explained that the term book meant my subconscious mind, which fashioned and molded all my organs from my invisible cell. He also pointed out that inasmuch as my subconscious mind made my body, it could also recreate it and heal it according to the perfect pattern within it. He also pointed out that inasmuch as my subconscious mind made my body, it could also recreate it and heal it to the perfect pattern within it. This clergyman showed me his watch and said, "This had a maker, and the watchmaker had to have the idea first in mind before the watch became an objective reality. And if the watch was out of order, the watchmaker could fix it." My friend reminded me that the subconscious intelligence, which created my body, was like a watchmaker, and it also knew exactly how to heal, restore, and direct all my vital functions and processes of my body, but that I had to give it the perfect idea of health. This would act as cause, and the effect would be a healing. What's really important about this section is he's talking about how our higher selves, how our connection to source, our infinite intelligence, has the ability to recreate our body anew, to fix our body, to change our body. People even talk about trying to change your height and all sorts of crazy things. This is how you do it. You do it through this infinite intelligence that essentially recreates your physical body. And so if you've got ailments, if you've got misalignments that have caused health issues in your life, or a skin malignancy, or other things, this is how you can get yourself back on track. Here's where he gives us his example, what he did 2 to 3 times a day for like 3 months. It's beautiful. I prayed in a very simple way as follows. My body and all its organs were created by the infinite intelligence in my subconscious mind. It knows how to heal me. Its wisdom fashioned all my organs, tissues, muscles, and bones. This infinite healing presence within me is now transforming every atom of my being, making me whole and perfect now. I give thanks for the healing I know is taking place now. Wonderful are the works of the creative intelligence within me. I prayed aloud for 5 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day, repeating the above simple prayer. In about 3 months, my skin was whole and perfect. And again, all it is a bunch of positive statements that instruct the subconscious mind. Talk to your subconscious mind like it's a robot, like you're giving it very specific instructions. Your subconscious mind doesn't have a sense of humor. Your subconscious mind doesn't get slang. Your subconscious mind takes exactly what you're saying, exactly how it is, and runs with it. So what you do is you give it positive, affirming statements that apply towards your healing or towards your manifestation or towards whatever it is you're trying to alter within yourself. By stating consciously to your subconscious mind what you would like it to do, you give it the instruction it desires. It wants to do your wishes. It wants to do your bidding. But so many of us entertain thoughts during the day that are not helpful, that are not beneficial. So here's examples of how you intentionally create phrases, create prayers to affect your life in a positive way. Again, you're affecting your subconscious directly with positive, affirming statements that say exactly what it is you want to do. You don't do anything that's like the opposite of. You don't say, I don't want to experience, I don't want to be unhealthy. No. It is all statements of positive. If you have to put the word not in your statement, you must rewrite it. You must rewrite that statement to be the positive. So again, I'm trying not to be unhealthy. I'm trying not to get sick. You would say things like, I am trying to be healthy. I am being healthy. I am healthy. I am part of Christ consciousness. I have the surrounding Christ white light around me. I am healthy. I am healing. I am always in the presence of healthy healing behaviors. My immune system's amazingly strong. I am able to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil. These kinds of things, certainly nowadays, can be very helpful in how we can program our subconscious mind to help us out. Now, I'm not saying be irresponsible and go and hang out in groups or risk possibly spreading to other people. That's not what I'm talking about. It's important that you use your subconscious mind to keep yourself in a healthy place. But one thing that's important is don't necessarily use your subconscious mind and try to put others at risk. Understand that you're affecting your life, and that's great. When you start affecting other people, you start taking in mass consciousness into play, and that starts to change things out a little bit. So be safe from the standpoint of what's going on these days, and make sure that you're thinking healthy thoughts and keeping yourself in those healthy patterns. Murphy continues, as you can see, all I did was give life-giving patterns of wholeness, beauty, and perfection to my subconscious mind, thereby obliterating the negative images and patterns of thoughts lodged in my subconscious mind, which were the cause of all my troubles. Nothing appears on your body except when the mental equivalent is first in your mind. And as you change your mind by drenching it with incessant affirmations, you change your body. This is the basis of all healing. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Psalm 139, verse 14. Again, getting our subconscious mind in line, giving it the statements, giving it the commands, giving it clarity, giving it understanding into what you desire it to do for you. Again, it's a robot. It's unfeeling. It'll do whatever you say, but make sure what you say is in an affirmative, is towards better health, towards better life, better living, better love, better whatever you're trying to manifest. Your infinite intelligence, your computer in your brain can help you beyond words. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, talk to your subconscious. Put together a prayer of a few statements. Say it a number of times per day, and you will see things change in your life in ways that will blow your mind. It's one of those things where I always tell people, I dare you to try it, because when you do, you will see it. Don't take my word for it. Try it. That's how you'll know. Dan, RadioStyle.